Hi everyone, it's Neil from Neil's Reef Aquarium. I hope you're all having a good week. So it's been a bit of a crazy week actually. I've done a lot of tests today, and yeah, I'm pleased to say the tank is looking back to its best. Really, it's brilliant news, you know. I think I figured out what the problem was and why everything was closed up and looking rubbish. And basically, it's the doser. It's the doser. I've looked at the doser and what was I was monitoring what was what chemicals were in there, the Alpha Reef and the Nopox, and I noticed it hadn't changed a single drop since the day I set it up. So though I could hear it go meet, it actually wasn't doing anything. It wasn't dosing anything, and which would explain why the readings were. The parameters were what they were, and the only time it was obviously topping anything up is my weekly water changes. Otherwise I think it would have been a lot worse. And obviously with the bryopsis treatment and taking the refugium out and putting taking the rophos out and probably the treatment itself, what's actually happened with it, it's caused it to everything to, the nitrates went through the roof, the phosphates went through the roof, and obviously there's probably no trace elements going in apart from water changes. So the Alpha Reef has the trace elements. When I was dosing, I was just thinking, well, what's going on? I was manually dosing, it was absolutely fine. And then I had a look at it and I thought, well, it's exactly the same. Monitored it over the space of about a week and noticed that it ain't changed. And then I went on to manual dose. If we have a look over here, let me just let's move this back. It's not doing it at the moment. Let's have a look. Switch. See if we can switch it. No, it's not letting me switch it at the moment. So I'll show you in a minute. But basically, what I done with the doser was I done a manual dose, and I watched exactly if anyone's got the D&D the D&D Pro doser, there's an option on there that you can press manual dose, and you push that and you can do a manual dose. So I pushed it and watched it to see what come out. So I went to dose 10 mil, and literally it went for ages, nothing's coming out, and then eventually I've done it again, pushed it again, and 1 or 2 drops come out, and I'm thinking, I don't know if there's a blockage or there's like air in there, but it was all calibrated, and when it was set up, but there's clearly something wrong with it. So so I'm keeping a close eye on it. I've had a little adjust. I noticed on the little TMC canisters there's like a little blue ring thing around it, and I'll show you in a minute. I'll come on to it and we'll have a look. But to cut a long story short, I'm monitoring it closely now. I'm actually going to use the manual dose button myself, and I will do some manual dosing alongside that, just to make sure that we do get it spot on, because it's been a nightmare. But things are looking up, and I'm going to take you over. We'll look at the tank, and we'll get the lens on, we'll get the blues on, and you'll see what I mean. See you in a bit. Right, so here we are. This is the tank, and as you can see, obviously the blues are on at the moment, but you can clearly see there the zoas are looking so much better. They're all starting to open again like they were. It's not 100% back, but it's good news. All of these, if you look on the back on that previous video when I think it was all corals dead, it's you can see there, and it's that one is, I think, if we have a look at that one, I mean, you can see there it is dead. Or it's dying still, but I mean, I think it had already gone before things started to go back to normal. But it is all looking good. And you'll probably notice we have got a few new corals in there. Some Montipora, there's some red Montipora there, and we've got some green Montipora there. And I think there's a little bit of it down here somewhere as well. Now, big thanks to my friend Phil Dobson, who's I meet him at Reef Dreams. We often bump into each other, and he's got an awesome reef tank. And I put an advert out once just on one of the local channels saying, "Does anyone want any free Chato?" And he said, yep, and he come and collected it, and he was saying, like, if you ever want any Montipora. But I harvested some more of my Chato today, and he popped round and he dropped some of that round. So yeah, so let's just see how that goes. I mean, it's one of those, if it dies, it dies. I mean, I know it's an SPS, and I know I've had it before, but, you know, it's a freebie, so it's not the end of the world with that one. But it is so good to get the colours back on this tank. Sorry if it excludes it's all moving around. I've just bought one of those new gimbals, electronic one. It's on the Apple store. I'll put a link to it on there if anyone's looking to get one. It's awesome. So it's the first time I've used it, actually. I notice I'm always quite a bit shaky with the camera. So yeah, so that's one of the things. So that's looking good. So we're really happy about that. But let's just have a look how everything's doing. You can see on the corals there, I mean, it really, you know, they really are coming back to life again. If we just come round to the side here, the rock flower nem is still in its little pot. You know, as long as it's happy, that's the main thing. There is another bit of Monty up there. The mushrooms, they'll live for anything, to be fair. But my torch, it was really looking. You know, when we looked at it last time, I think it was all shriveled up, and, you know, it's really looking good now. So I'm really happy about that. The hammer, if we have a look at the hammer there, you know, starting to look back. And I've noticed one thing, I'll never pick it up on the camera because I won't get the correct angle, but it's actually starting to split. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, let me know. But really, really happy with it. Oh, God. Let's just put that back there. But yeah, we got the Montiporas. Let's just see how they do. I don't want them to go out of control. I've seen them before and they can go. So I've put them in the areas where they can do their thing. And if it gets to a point they get too close to the glass or anything like that, then I can. Great thing with Monty, you can just trim it back. But it was in one of. Phil gave me a night, you know, one nice big bit of red and one nice big bit of blue, and as I was sticking it to the rock, it snapped into a load of bits. So I've just spread it out around the tank. That way I can see if it dies on one section, then I've got another section of it. But really happy. Yeah, I mean, if we have a look at the GSP there, that was all closed up. That's all come back out now as well. So yeah. Really happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself. We'll flip back to me. We'll get some lights on and we'll have a little chat and I'll explain what's happened over the last week. And yeah, got some shout outs as well. So I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, so I'm back. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a crazy week, really, regards to the tank. You know, I noticed throughout the week everything started to open up again, and you know, the tank just looked like it was thriving again. And you know, now I should have done the test straight away, but I didn't. I thought I always do my tests every Sunday, so I thought I'd just wait till then. So yeah, really happy with that. And yeah, we're going to make some changes. So regards to the tank, now a big shout out to a YouTuber that I've only just started following this week, which is Jay's Real Reef UK. Now with Jay, if you're not subscribed, you've got to watch it. He's set up a nano tank from start to finish, and he obviously it's still progressing, and it's an amazing channel. Basically, his young son wants to become a marine biologist, so we've set up this nano tank so we can learn about marine life, which I think's amazing. So yeah, big shout out to Jay. I've been watching, as you know, because I've been commenting on the videos. I've been binge watching the videos. I am up to date now from start to finish, and I've taken some really good advice from you. So basically, one of them is with the make my own water, salt water. Now, as everyone knows, I always get my salt water from Reef Dreams. But with the pandemic at the moment, and though I call it my local fish store, it is a 40-mile round trip. So it's becoming a bit, you can't go in there at the moment, and I can't have a browse. And I just thought, do you know what? I've been meaning to do it anyway. So I don't know if this gimbal's going to let me do this or not. But if I can flick, is it going to let me do it? No, it's not going to let me do it. So I'll just show you down here. I've bought my own salt. So I've got the Tropic Marin Pro Reef salt. So I'm going to start making my own salt. And basically, going back to Jay's Real Reef, he goes and gets his from a place called Spotless Water. And I looked online, and there is one literally up the road from me, about a mile up the road. So I thought I could get it from there and mix it all myself. So I've got all the bits to this weekend. I've bought the heater, I had a pump already. I've ordered some of these buckets, 25-litre buckets to mix it in. I'm only doing let's not forget, I'm only doing 25 litres a week water change, plus another 25 from the RO. So I know everyone's going to say, well, just buy an RODI unit and make it yourself. I will get round to do it. It does look a bit of a faff, I'm not going to lie. I will start doing it myself. And also Phil, Phil, the guy that got me the Montipora, and I'll give the Chato to, he mixes loads of it, and he's only up the road, and he said I can always come and get it from him as well. So I've got plenty of options if the Spotless Water doesn't work out, because I've heard good stuff, and I have had bad stuff about it, so I'm on the fence, but I'm going to give it a go. I've topped some money up on my account, and we'll see how we get on. But going back to Jay's Real Reef, he has these, which is to test your TDS of the water, and also to test your pH. Now, everyone knows my pH has been all over the place, and I put a lot of it down to the tests. So basically I tested my pH, I calibrated it. It was a bit of a ball ache, I'm not going to lie, but it was 7.8. So again, that looks like I'm kind of happy with that. I'd prefer if it was in the 8s. But done all my water tests today, and we are 10 for nitrate, 7.8 for pH, salinity is 33.7, and again, another reason for that, because I can always adjust that. I can't do anything if you're just buying it at the moment, so I can keep that, obviously look into that and change that as and when I need. Calcium 440, alkalinity 9. Now I put, that could explain why these are looking a lot better. Obviously I haven't got you can't see it very well now because I've taken the lens off. But alkalinity's 9, so I'm really happy with that. If I can sustain it at 9, I'll be over the moon with that. And magnesium 1240. So everything's in the right direction. And I do put it down to, see if we can go down to this doser. It's clearly not working. Like I said, when I've done the manual dosing with it, it's trickling out. So if I press 10 mil, it isn't doing 10 mil. It's doing a lot less than that. So clearly, it's there's one of my daughters there. Happy. Oh, it's her birthday today. Do you want to come and come on to? This is one of my daughter Amelia. Say hello to Amelia. Hello. Oh, she's very shy, but it is her 13th. She's got a twin sister, and if I just take you round here, you can see it's her birthday today, 13. So time flies, when you've got girls. I've got 3 girls. They're twins are 13 and Amy's 5. So I think we saw Amy on the Reef Dreams video. So obviously been doing all bits with them. It was, they can't leave the house. Obviously we're in lockdown, so we had a trip planned to Thorpe Park, so I felt real bad for them. But they got some nice presents and having a good day, and they're in there having their favourite meal, which is lasagna. which Mrs. Neil Reef's Aquarium has made, and I'll be having mine after this video. So yeah, big shout out to Jay's Reef with Real Reef UK. I'm going to put a link in the video description. Make sure you follow him. He hasn't scrimped with that tank at all. You know, he's got all the top gear, radions, and all the good bits. So it's definitely worth a watch. And I'll be glued to that one now. But there's so many shout outs to YouTubers. I get so much information from you guys. This gimbal's going all over the place. Where is it? Come on, come round, come back round. There we are. So I'll be here all day if I list you all, but there's a lot of you that I follow, and you'll know because I comment on your videos. Reef King, I will be down to see you as soon as we're allowed. I will pay a visit once my tank's starting to stabilise, so I will be coming to get some corals from you. So and that'll be good to meet up. We could have a chat and hopefully go for a pint as well. So that'll be cool. So big shout out to Reef King. And yeah, I want to thank all my new subscribers as well. So, subscribers, we're getting more and more now. I think we're on the road to 300. So if you are watching this video, and I think it's about 70% of you, or you think it's even 80, that don't subscribe, please just hit that subscribe button. So then you'll get and hit the bell, so then you'll get notified every week when I upload. Which is every week. So I want you to follow me on this journey, and we've all seen the downs, and there has been more downs than there has ups, but 2021 is going to be my year. I'm pretty sure of it. We're going to get we're going to get this tank stable. We're going to get that Monty growing, and we're going to get some more LPS. I don't care if it's going to die again. I'm going to take a risk. I love trackies. I love scollies. And I'm going to get some more. That's it. You know, we're going to get this tank back. We've got Tropic Marin Pro Salt. And I think a few of you asked in the comments before what I use. I said Tropic Marin, but it's actually TMC salt, which is actually different. It's what you'll find a lot of your local fish stores use. It's been all right with me, but I think this stuff's better stuff. So I'll be using that. And we'll keep an eye on the TDS and the bits for that spotless water, and maybe go to Phil to get the good stuff if he'll be good enough to supply me 50 litres a week. Happy to pay for it. But Reef Dreams, I'll still be going there at least once a month. It's just the petrol. It costs cost a bit of petrol to get there each week. Like I say, I always end up buying something as well, so maybe it'll help me save some money as well. So big thank you to all of you. Thanks for watching. I know this is a long video, but I really want to show the tank, and I'm so happy with it. It's if we just come back here, I mean, it's all blue at the moment. I've put the blues on. Maybe let's try and get some whites on so you can have a look. But I'm just really happy of how it's going at the moment. It's starting to look how I remembered it a few months ago. So, just perseverance. And, big thanks. I'm going to get this one on today. So usually I'm a week behind on my videos. So usually when I'm uploading a video for you for Sunday, it's actually from the week before. But I couldn't be bothered to film one last week. So this week is actually real time. So when you ask me questions in the comments, something may have changed, and I'm answering for something that was for last week. But we are, this will be uploaded within the hour. So yeah. Thanks everyone, and I will catch you next week. Bye.